Hey everybody, Rob Orgel with Silencer Syndicate. In this video, I want to take a quick minute to talk about Inconel versus titanium. Now, I think there's a big healthy debate going on between how much sparks titanium throws. And in our videos that we're doing at night, the camera doesn't catch sparks very well, but we're putting a lot of data together and we're finding it sparks a little bit, but the difference is not huge by comparison to the Inconel suppressors. So, okay, there's the spark aspect, and then there's a sound aspect. Some say the titanium's a little bit louder. Personally, I'm not finding that in any of our tests. Now, full disclaimer, this suppressor is a slightly updated version of this suppressor. This is the Silencer Shop Special. Silencer Shop? Yeah, the Silencer Shop Special. And this is the original SRBS from BNT. But why I wanted to put these two head-to-head in conversation is I wanted us to evaluate which suppressor is right for you. Now, some people will say, I'm going to run the gun hard, I'm going to run full auto. We'll definitely do Inconel in that case. Some are going to say, well, I'm not going to do a whole bunch of full auto shooting because I don't have a machine gun. Or I'm going to do one mag at a time and I'm not attending courses. Well, okay, then the titanium really does shine. Now, my standards of what I thought titanium was before compared to what I know now. What's the transition? The M249 silencer meltdown video we just did, it's releasing slowly, so I know a lot of you are going to ask, when's it coming out? We're putting out pieces at a time as we're configuring all the information in the right way. Having said that, we melted 2 titanium suppressors, and I'm blown away at what it took to get those silencers to pop. So is there damage being done early in that video? Yeah, of course. A belt fed on a non-full auto rated titanium silencer is not the best thing to be doing. I know that. Having said that, I feel a lot more confident putting a titanium suppressor on my gun and doing a high schedule of fire. Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to refer who said this, but something I learned about the BNT titanium suppressors is that there's a concept that you should be able to fire a full combat load, which is 1 magazine in the rifle of 30 rounds, and then 6 additional magazines of 30 rounds through the titanium suppressors and have minimal problems. So what does that mean? Is there going to be long-term problems, as in like, are you eroding your blast baffle? Yeah, maybe a little bit, but the can's not gonna blow up, it's not gonna melt, nothing unsafe is gonna happen. Now, when I thought high schedule of fire, I was thinking, well, like an NSR, 5 rounds quick. If we did that, say, 3 or 4 times, that's a high schedule of fire. There's very few applicable scenarios in real world engagements that you would do that. In training, for fun, sure. But in real world, that's kind of nutty. In fact, going through multiple magazines, while it does happen, it's not, the Call of Duty video game where there's just hordes of guys coming over the berm and you just can't reload fast enough. In my experiences, it's been, point targets, which is a guy here, a guy there, not 6 guys of waves coming over the berm and you just need more ammo, a belt fed, and a Mark 19 to win this. The truth is, if there's that many bad guys, they probably put rounds into your anatomy too. So recentering on what a high schedule of fire is and who titanium is good for, especially after that M249 video, I'm really going to push a lot more people towards titanium. I'm going to go a lot more towards titanium. I'm going to start pushing a little bit more away from Inconel just because I don't see a need for it, especially given its weight. So let's talk weight. I've got my scale over here. Both of these have ASR muzzle devices. This suppressor by itself, I believe, is 7 and change for ounces. With the ASR, it's 10.9 ounces. I mean, that's crazy light. I believe it's like 3.7, 3.8 with the ASR. If you remove that, you're into the 7s. The Inconel, 18.3 ounces. So it's almost double the weight. That's substantial. So having said that, when are you going to notice the difference of Inconel versus titanium? In my opinion, and this is where Rob refers to himself in the third person because it's what Rob likes and you might like something different. That's how I delineate my opinion versus what you might like or what you might find factual. It's opinion. My opinion is every time I screw this on the end of my gun, I feel it on the end of my gun. I carry it day to day and that weight taxes me versus shooting it in a high schedule of fire, which is something I don't commonly do. And now having understood what high schedule of fire actually means, I feel way more confident doing the titanium. I feel way more confident sticking with titanium suppressors and in the future doing much less Inconel suppressors. So if you're one of those guys who's on Silencer Shop right now and you're, should I get the Inconel? Should I get the titanium? What is high schedule of fire? Is it dangerous? I'm blown away at what these suppressors can take, and I'm going to push anyone who asks towards titanium, just because in my experiences, it's so much more applicable. All right, I hope this gives you some closure into titanium versus Inconel. Sure, there's going to be preferences and there's going to be people that disagree, and that's fine. I'm just saying for me, my style of shooting, I would rather have a super lightweight suppressor than a super durable suppressor. And that's all things considered too, longevity included, because I don't think I'm going to burn out silencers. I mean, I've put some Omega 300s through a lot of abuse over a lot of years, and I still haven't burnt out any silencers, with the exception of the M249 video. We destroyed some silencers that night. With the exception of that, setting out to destroy silencers, I haven't destroyed any silencers. I've never melted a silencer. I've never popped a silencer, with the exception of that night. All right, if you like this video, please consider commenting, and subscribing. It really does help us defeat the anti-2A system, because they don't like us talking about this kind of stuff. These whisper pickles or tubes or whatever you want to call them, they don't like it. And obviously we love this stuff. So, help us damn the man by throwing some comments in the comment section and sharing this video with your friend. It really does help the algorithm. All right, as always, comment, subscribe, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the comments.